hopefully.
We're so happy to have you here.
Oh, is it happening?
Sure.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for showing up. You brought Sam with you. This is
Sam Hunter. This is my good friend Sam Hunter. He's going to play guitar for me.
Fantastic. We've got Jenny Gill with us at Artisan Guitars in Nashville, Tennessee on a Thursday. We are definitely spaced out, social distancing. We're following the rules. We wouldn't do it any other way because we just wouldn't want to. This is how this works now. But this, correct me if I'm wrong, this is your first performance since...
Not technically, and I totally sound like a spoiled brat when I admit the other gig I had during quarantine.
Let's hear it.
I played on the Grand Ole Opry with my family.
You know what? I believe we may have watched that, and I was watching it, I had no idea until they showed that shot behind you guys that the Opry House was empty, and that was so powerful seeing that room empty with you guys singing. That was so pretty to listen to. How was that experience?
It was strange, but equally great, because the nerves you get from all the people in the audience, that kind of wasn't there, and it didn't feel like all the way real almost. It felt like a rehearsal, and I had my family with me on stage, so I was extra comfortable having them with me. I just was honored to be a part of that night, a part of that's gonna, they're gonna write about this in history books, and the fact that I was able to perform on the Opry in such a weird time in history, I'll treasure it.
That's amazing. Yeah, that shot was so powerful to see, not only listening to you guys play, but then when you realize you're playing to an empty Opry House that is currently for country music, you've made it once you've made it there. Well, what if there's no audience?
I love that
there's no one there to see it.
I know, but they're keeping a tradition alive.
Absolutely.
And that's what made it so cool, that they're not willing to break such a sacred tradition. So I've been going to the Opry since I was a little girl, and not fully understanding how cool it was that I was able to be there so many times, seeing so many artists. I mean, I saw Roy Acuff, and I mean, just all the little Jimmy Dickens. I mean, I saw these people and spoke to these people. And then you grow up and you're like, oh, this is a really big deal. It takes a while to appreciate it, but I definitely do now that I understand what it is. It's weird having famous parents. It's just strange. There's a lot of therapy I could be.
For those of us that don't know, I mean, who are your parents?
Well, Gill, if there's any country music fans that are curious, yes, Gill is like in Vince Gill. So he's my dad,
okay,
which makes Amy Grant my stepmom.
Okay.
And I sing with her in her band. I've been touring with Amy as one of her backup vocalists for 10 years now. She's the best. She's the best. She's so much fun to work with.
Cool.
She's awesome. And our family could use all your positive thoughts. She's going to have a pretty major procedure next week to fix a heart defect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's happening.
So all the positive energy in the room this evening, and everyone watching at home,
send it to Amy. I mean, she creates that anyway. She's one of the most kind, beautiful, positive human beings I've ever met. I tried so hard to hate her when I was 17, and it was impossible.
Didn't work.
It didn't work. I mean, if there's a reason to hate somebody, like, when you're a teenager, who are you? Are you going to be my stepmom? No. Just so much attitude.
So if she's watching, do you think she's watching? You want to send her send love to everybody that's watching?
Yeah. My stepmom, my mom, my sister, my friends, maybe my dog. I don't know. My kids are definitely not watching. I can guarantee you that.
Great.
They don't care.
Cool.
They don't care.
That's what we like to hear.
Yes, it's just the truth.
Well, you and I could probably yak for the whole 30 minutes.
I could.
You want to play a song?
Yes.
And you brought Sam with you?
Yes, because
he plays. Have you guys performed together since this started?
No.
Groovy. So this is it. See, first gig. Told you.
I know.
Well, play us something.
We missed each other.
Please.
Well, I missed him. I don't know.
I missed you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, of course.
Yay. We're going to do a song that's on my EP. You can download online. It's called The House Sessions. And I'm very much inspired by Bonnie Raitt. So this is a song I wrote just trying to sound like her. It's called Lean on Love. we lean on love, if we lean on love, yeah. And love is strong enough to hold us, and good love never gives up. Come on, baby, let's get it out in the open, 'cause there's nothing, not one thing to be afraid of. Any pain we'll get through it, we can do it if we lean on love, if we lean on love, if we lean on love.
Yes. Fantastic.
Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you.
That had the Bonnie vibes.
Yeah, right?
I mean, she spreads them pretty wide all around, but that was great.
She's so good. She's so good.
Have you performed with her before? Have you been in that orbit?
No! I've met her though.
Okay.
I've met her. She was so nice. I get weird. I like everybody. Like when you meet somebody that you really truly admire, you just kind of like freeze, and then you have this really awkward, uncool encounter, and then you're just like, why was I so weird? I do that all the time.
Hey,
I
this
do.
is our confessional. You tell it.
Really?
Like it is.
Because, look, I have been cooped up with my kids for about, I mean, how many hours is 10 weeks?
15.
Does anyone know?
1,000.
Too many is what it is. It's too many hours. I can't. I mean, I think you might have saved someone having me here, like so I can be like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's gonna be happy. I'm just kidding.
Well, on that note, all the
Look how happy she is smiling.
I feel so much joy, like seeing faces that are not my husband's face right now. It's like,
well, so the comments that we're getting we're on Instagram or Facebook Live right now, and the comments that we're getting are all super positive. They're sending love to Amy, love to you, love to everybody.
thank you so much.
Everybody's watching from all over the country. We have California, we have Louisville, we have talking about how great the guitar sounds, how great your voice sounds. So we are getting like an overload of positivity at the moment, which is what we need.
Positivity, we need it. It just, it's healing, and
Lots of prayers.
it's not harmful, and it's just nothing but goodness.
No, you'll love this.
So-
Someone just said that the way you just described your encounter with Miss Bonnie was their encounter with your dad. So I'm sure we've all witnessed it, but
They get it.
of course we get it. Exactly.
Dad gets it. Bonnie gets it. They're so sweet. Dad is so amazing with his fans. I mean, he takes the time. He looks them in the eye. He listens to stories. He's been a truly wonderful example for how to treat people.
Do you think your music was inherited? Do you think your gift for it came from them, or do you think you've?
Definitely a combo of my dad and my mom. My mom, she's an artist as well. She's part of the duo, the Sweethearts of the Rodeo. And before my dad made it big, let me tell you who was bringing home the bacon. Mama, Janice. She was the one out touring, working her tail off. And they had top 10 hits. They had a really great career. And then had families and wanted to stay home with the kiddos.
But kept music alive through you and everybody that's continuing that.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm definitely a product of both of them. I hear them both in my voice and things I try to write. So they are definitely a big influence on me.
That's amazing. We've got comments from Australia,
Ooh,
all the way from Australia to Asheville,
day.
North Carolina. So Australia to Asheville is you're spreading love to all those folks.
Can you do an Australian accent?
I could if I tried, but I'm not going to try because I get taken down for it.
Oh, that That was good. I don't do accents.
I can't. So
I can't either. Well, thank you. I don't even know where to look. Thank you for watching and
everybody is enjoying this.
tuning
Well,
in.
let's hear another one if you guys have something else you want to play.
I do. Should I play my sad country song? Because I wrote this song. It's like, I'm not a Gill unless I write a really sad country song. And so I sat down and I wrote this. And the first time I performed on the Opry, just me, without my dad there. It was a very special night for me. Just like, I don't know, I felt like I made it, and that I was always his guest at the Opry. But there was one night they invited me to come, and he wasn't there.
Did you
and
ban
it was
him
just
from attending?
me. It's like, you're not allowed. I'm taking over. I wasn't. I sang this song, so it's special to me. This one's called Whiskey Words. I've been missing you, haven't seen you for a while. No, there's nobody new. That's just not my style. Just a little more time, and I'll be fine. No, I don't need a drink. I'm just on my way home. It's best for me, I think, if you don't stand this close, 'cause I'd almost believe your whispers sound so sweet, but they're just whiskey words I've already heard. That's just whiskey talk. It staggers like your walk. You don't care about the hurt or how badly it'll burn to drink your whiskey words. No more drunk dialing me in the middle of the night. If you still feel the same in the morning light, then give me a call. But we both know you won't, 'cause they're just whiskey words I've already heard. That's just whiskey talk. It staggers like your walk. You don't care about the hurt or how badly it'll burn to drink your whiskey words. So don't even try to flatter me, 'cause what you say ain't what you mean. They're just whiskey words I've already heard. That's just whiskey talk. It staggers like you're walking, and you don't care about the hurt or how badly it'll burn to drink your whiskey words. I won't drink your whiskey words. I won't drink your whiskey words.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. That got a lot of responses on the old Facebook. Everyone really loving that song.
Awesome. Well,
Loving-
my co-writer on that song, her name is Andy Zach. She lives in Florida now. And we met at a publishing company that I was working for, not as a songwriter, kind of as a song plugger. I was helping this publishing company grow and get some songs cut. And she saw me and just was like, I think that we should write a song together. And I'm like, but I don't write. And she's like, yeah, you do. And we sat down, and that's what we wrote.
That's one of the first songs you wrote.
It's one of the first songs that I wrote.
That's where you started.
It's kind of like, well, not like quite like this, but it's the Gambler. What is his name? I know his name.
Kenny Rogers.
No, not this. The writer. Don Schlitz, the
Yes.
writer of The Gambler. He talks about how that was like He came to Nashville. He wrote this song, and it immediately got cut. And he thought, well, this is easy, and come to find out, it's not that easy.
No.
But writing a song that I thought wasn't the most terrible, awful thing, because a lot of what you create, that's how you feel about it. Like, you know what? That's a bunch of crap. Anyone who's creative understands that. And when I didn't feel that way after that, I was like, hey, I think I could pursue this and enjoy it. So, that's what I've been doing. I'm not Adele yet, but part of my aging process is helping me to realize I don't have to be that status to be successful. Isn't it funny how you're like redefining your...
So if I get a question on here that says, who do you want to be when you grow up? Your answer is Adele?
I definitely would love to hang out with her.
Yeah.
We have the same birthday, I just figured out.
Wow.
I feel like we could be soulmates. Oh, no. She's just somebody I also admire. You know why? Because she's authentic, she's real. That's what speaks to people. That's why she's so popular, because everyone is believing what she's saying. And that's all I care about. Whatever happens with music, I do it because it makes me happy. And if it helps one person deal with a breakup or find positivity, then that's all that matters.
Right. Whatever it is they take from it.
Great.
That's great for both of you to be able to give them that if they're watching that right now, or if it's live. If we ever get to do live concerts again, maybe that.
We will. We'll get there. I mean, you can't compare yourself to your dad who's won 21 Grammys. You can't even think about it. It kind of paralyzes you.
I don't even know if my dad has watched 21 Grammys.
Probably not.
He may have. I don't know.
Probably. I haven't watched 21 Grammys.
So we're getting more comments. I have a comment from someone that says she's your neighbor, Courtney. She said she's...
My neighbor, Courtney?
She said she wants to remind you of something. She wanted you
She wants me to bring her wine, doesn't she?
It just said remind her to... Is that what it was?
Girl, I got you. I don't know which camera you got live right now, but yes, I'll be bringing... Apparently now I got to bring my neighbor home some wine.
You're the best.
Well, that's what neighbors do.
That was very nice of you.
I'll be your neighbor. I could just start a whole wine delivery. Why is there an ice cream truck? Why is there not a wine truck that comes through my neighborhood and I just hear its music? I don't know what the music would sound like yet, but I'll write it. Like the wine truck.
It's still the entertainer that plays the... When you hear the music, the wine truck's coming. So we all run outside, but it's not ice cream.
It's not ice cream. It's better.
Lots of questions on Sam with you. Can you introduce Sam to the folks, and Sam can talk about what kind of guitar he's playing? Please.
Sam Hunter, ladies and gentlemen, he is such a talented young man. He's been playing with me for... at least a year. Yeah. 2 maybe?
Yeah.
We met through a fellow I was writing songs with, and I had this show booked. And my guitar player that I had hired had to cancel on me 2 days before the gig, or something crazy. And I was flipping out. And I asked this songwriter, can you please fill in? He's like, I can't play your music, but I got a guy. And this guy was sick, and he still learned all my songs in 2 days, showed up, never complained about being sick. He just showed up, such a pro, knocked it out of the park, and I won't play a show unless it's with him. So this is Sam Hunter.
Wonderful.
And I'm crazy about him,
nice.
obviously. What are you playing? Tell us about it.
It's called a back porch guitar. It's a small company out of California, and I play sessions with it, and I always get compliments on the way it sounds. It's a cedar top, and that's kind of all I know, and it stays in tune. So that's my favorite thing about it.
I'm currently holding it. It's in tune.
It's a real
What's
professional.
your favorite guitar? This one. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love playing with him. so much. So thank you, Sam, for being here.
I love playing with you, Jenny. It is so fun getting to play with you. You're just the best. She's really great, y'all. She is really genuine and sweet and nice.
You can tell how much I'm paying him.
That is how you
right?
keep. That is how you
It's
keep
a
a
lot.
job in
No,
Nashville.
no.
This is a cutthroat town, and you know how to keep your gig, my friend.
Hey, my dad, he's given me so much great advice, okay? And one of them is, you can be the best player in the world, but if you're not a great hang, no one's going to want to work with you, right? And so not only is he a phenomenal player, he's a great hang, and that's just been really important in our little band, is that everyone gets along. The other piece of advice my dad gave me is don't ever throw away your fat clothes. And by God, am I so glad that I actually listened to him, like that one time, because I was able to dress myself today.
Whoa!
Right? Quarantine has not been friendly. It's not been friendly. It's just, a lot of stress eating.
Yeah.
A lot of cookies.
So would you say this was having to get dressed yourself
It was terrible.
today? Was that motivating or was that
No.
anxiety inducing?
It was awful. And our air conditioning is out, like upstairs where our bedrooms are. So not only are my clothes not fitting like normal, I'm like sweating, and it's just
my
like,
gosh.
why did I agree to do this show? But I found some jeans in my basket of fat jeans. I mean, that's probably a terrible, sorry, my other sized jeans, t-shirt. I'm good to go. I feel great. Thanks for having me.
This is what we've come to. Bragging about getting dressed. It's great.
I'm not the only one just
No.
wearing pajamas at home all the time, right? And you get used to it, and then it's like, all right, life is starting to come back, which is great. Less laundry. I know, you really find out what your favorite clothes are. It's like, wow, I only wear like 6 pieces of clothing total. Why do I have this entire closet? Anyway.
We got a great question that I just enjoy because this might let folks in a little on your personal life. But what is the funniest thing? And this doesn't have to just be related to your dad, but even you and the band. What are some of the funniest things that you and your dad laugh about?
Ooh.
If you're allowed to say them on camera.
Well, that just makes me think of a childhood memory that I have where we would all be sitting in the living room watching TV, and he would turn the volume down on the TV, and then he would do the voices of the people on the TV. And I mean, the older I got, like the edgier it got. He's so quick-witted, so he can, just like that, come up with a really great one-liner just out of nowhere. He's the king. That's why his shows are so good. Well, and he can play, like,
Yeah, right.
he's the best player ever.
That
And the
part
whole,
too.
we already know that.
Sure.
But he's, that's what that made me think of. He's got a lot of voices. He can do really great impersonations.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Good to
and
know.
so you just let him do his thing, and you'll laugh at something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's move into some new
New
music.
music.
What are you working on? What have you got? Have you got something coming out?
I've got stuff in the works, finally. You talk about it and you talk about it, but I actually have music. I have this one track pretty much done. I'm working on some artwork for it now. And my dear friend Brianna Tyson, who sings with us when we do full band shows, she's a producer, writer. We write a lot together. She produced this track, and I wrote this with Haley Caniglio and Brennan Hunt. And we just, it's a love song. It's one of those nice little make you feel good love songs. It's called Willie and Weed. Here you go. See, this already makes you feel good, doesn't it? Take time to unwind, baby, I know what we need. Lay back, relax, let's set our minds at ease. 'Cause there's nowhere we gotta go, we're gonna stay here and take a trip around the corner behind the door and slow things down a little bit. Loving you is easy, easy like breathing in. You know I love the feeling every time that I hit your lips. It's a damn good habit, yeah, you know I gotta have it, baby, every single day of the week. Oh, you know we go together like Willie and Weed. Inhale, exhale, nothing ever gets me this high. One touch and I'm buzzed, so baby put your skin on mine. 'Cause there's nowhere we gotta go, we're gonna stay and take a trip. Oh, you and I satisfied all the time, and that's the way it is. Loving you is easy, it's easy like breathing in. You know I love the feeling every time that I hit your lips. It's a damn good habit, yeah, you know I gotta have it, baby, every single day of the week. Oh, you know we go together like Willie and Weed. Yeah. Loving you, it's easy. Oh, it's easy like breathing in. You know I love the feeling every time that I hit your lips. It's a damn good habit, yeah, you know I gotta have it, baby, every single day of the week. Oh, you know we go together like Willie and Weed. Oh, you know we go together. Inhale, exhale, baby.
Whew. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Live from Nashville on a Thursday. Jenny Gill, Sam on guitar. Just play us out with that one if you don't mind. That was fantastic to hear
yeah.
that. Anything else you want to shout out to the folks that are watching?
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for continuing to listen to live music and supporting all of us. Because this world would be not what it is without music. So thank you for all the support, and thank you for having us. This is a beautiful shop. This has been great.
Thank you both for coming in to join us. Play us out with that tune, please. Can't wait to see what you're up to next. Jenny Gill, live at Artisan Guitars on a Thursday in Nashville. Woo! So much fun.